Welcome to the Life After ECT podcast. Deborah was coerced into having electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, at a vulnerable time in her life. As a result of these treatments, she lost her marriage, memories of her children's lives, her career as a level 1 trauma nurse, the ability to make new memories, and more. She has since worked tirelessly to help educate society while also helping peers obtain legal and medical support for their injuries. Over the years she has done extensive research, and her activism efforts have propelled our cause forward with the first successful class action lawsuit, and curating a comprehensive list of medical and psychological tests that confirm brain damage from electroshock. She has generously let me convert her videos to podcast format so this valuable information can reach more people. Topics covered in this episode: issues with informed consent, evidence ECT causes brain damage symptoms, lawsuits, challenges patients face to get testing, and how to get testing and rehabilitation. You can learn more about Deborah's work at ectjustice.com. If you were injured by ECT and want to learn how to get your medical records, file a lawsuit, or what testing might help, please visit the Life After ECT action page linked in the show notes. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Deborah Schwarzkopf, and I'm the former owner of ECTjustice.com. That site has now been taken over by the law firms participating in a national product liability suit around ECT devices. I'm trying to get this video done before my notes fall off the wall again. This is with regards to trying to find lawyers to assist you with medical malpractice or hospital negligence suits. If you've had electroshock, certainly reach out to the DK Law Firm in California or the Baum Headland Artesia Law Group in California to see if you might qualify to join the current national product liability suit. If you are in time frame and have at least 6 months to work with, you can certainly try to approach medical malpractice firms around medical malpractice or hospital negligence suits, the possibility of that. I wanted to let you know that most medical malpractice firms that specialize in brain injuries in every state have been contacted to include national firms. And so when you reach out to them with your story, please reference ECT Justice, and that way they can pull up the submission to assist them in their decision as research was provided to these firms around these damages, and that will assist you hopefully. On ECT Justice, on the blog section, is an article that does list the states and their time constraints in order to file. And so if you have 6 months to work with, you can approach, and if you have less time than that, you can certainly still approach, but beware that they do need time in order to make their case or to consider your case. If you're a parent of a child that has had ECT, or you yourself, if you had ECT as a minor, there are no time constraints, and so feel free to reach out to these law firms. Before you contact, I would suggest that you get some testing done that shows damages to provide them with. In addition, if you can pull your anesthesia consents and your electroshock consents, and I would also make them aware that there is a current product liability suit in place that has proven brain injuries in the California courts, and they will certainly like to have that piece of information. Let's see what else. Let's see. So you have some testing in place that shows damages. The more that you can go on public social media and expose this, attorneys, of course, see these posts and they see the similar outcomes in patients. And as you relate your history, it gives them pause to think about these damages that are occurring in patients. And I would encourage, if you were a professional, that I would put that in your submission as well to attorneys. Sadly, but it is a fact that professionals will hold more credibility given our population currently as they are viewed in credibility, if you have a professional standing, and that way at least these initial cases will set a precedence for those that do not have a professional standing. So I would include that in your submission. It's very easy to write a Word document or send yourself an email and simply copy and paste your submission to these law firms at the appropriate site. And if you decide to go on a chat with these law firms and submit and copy and paste your story to the chat, don't forget to put your contact information, your name, your email, and your phone number, so they know how to reach out to you. Don't do like I did and then just submit your story and then not put your contact information. So learn from my lived experience. So those are just some ideas to approach law firms, and any abnormalities that you have on your tests. I have made another video on different types of health tests that you can get to identify injuries. Any abnormalities that you're willing to share with the law firms that are participating in the product liability suit would be helpful. So they see the commonalities in these types of patients. You can black out your name if you want. That would be useful for other patients. I can't recall now if I've talked about children. I think I did, but if you did have ECT as a child, or you're a parent of a child that has had ECT, there are no time constraints. So please reach out to these firms. The more submissions they get, they see the problem that is existing. And once these attorneys see cause for suit, then psychiatrists will be equally matched by their profession, and things will just naturally evolve, I feel. So I appreciate your time. You have my gratitude, and I hope you have a nice